Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to US versus UK movie theatre food. AMC versus Odeon. Wait, AMC's the channel that made The Walking Dead, right? Is that the same AMC? The TV channel and then the cinema or the movie theatre place. That's pretty interesting if they also are like a movie theatre place as well. But yeah, this is a food wars, so we're going to be comparing, I guess, cinema foods in both places, both countries. And realistically, it's going to be quite similar. Popcorn's always your go-to. You usually get like hot dogs at British theatres, and I'd assume in the US it's the same. And also like sort of like slushies or ice cream, stuff like that. I'm assuming it's always the same. It's just the snacks we'll get into. Although maybe there's just complete differences. I do feel like the UK is probably just sort of going to be like a knockoff version of the US, because the US, I feel like, well, yeah, they started in the US, right? Cinemas and movie theatres. So then the snack sort of culture maybe sort of began there as well, and then we just sort of have our own sort of twist to it. But yeah, we're going to check this out. If I was to say what I have at the cinema most, it would be obviously popcorn's the go-to. And then like hot dogs occasionally, slushies very occasionally, and ice cream. Because we have Ben and Jerry's in our cinemas, so I always get Ben and Jerry's realistically. But yeah, I'd say, and also pick and mix, which is like a mixture of all sweets or candies, but it will go into it soon. But yeah, we're going to check this out, hopefully going to enjoy, and let's see the comparison of US versus UK theatres.
From calorie counts to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between movie theatre food at AMC and Odeon movie theatres in the UK and the US. This is Food Wars.
AMC's The Walking Dead.
It might seem like Odeon and AMC are different chains, however they're actually owned by the same company. So let's compare.
Oh.
Popcorn at a UK Odeon cinema comes in 4 sizes. There's a kids, regular, medium, and large.
See, we have another cinema here called View, and I go to View more, and our popcorns are not in bags. Like, our popcorn is typically in like this sort of cardboard sort of thing, so it's going to be quite hard to compare.
Sizes: small, regular, large, and of course, if you want to get a to-go option, they have the AMC Mega Bag.
Damn. Boom. Is that fresh though?
That's 3 times the size of the standard large.
Oh, is this actual corn? Is this the actual corn that you make after? No, it is.
Let's weigh a large salted popcorn in both countries to see whose large is bigger.
Mixed,
So
you gotta
our
get
salted
mixed,
popcorn
man.
is actually-
Salted popcorn on its own is criminal behaviour. And sweet popcorn on its own is actually, I can respect that. But sweet and salty, 100% the go-to.
I think come to 204 grams, which is about 30 grams more than we were supposed to get.
194 grams of popcorn.
Damn.
Avatar, haven't seen it. And for my own morbid curiosity, so I'm gonna weigh it in the bag. I don't know, just subtract like 2 grams. How much could the bag weigh? This? And that? 620 grams. Drinks at a US AMC theater come in 3 sizes. Small, 20 fluid ounces, regular, 32 fluid ounces, and the large Avatar, 44 fluid ounces.
Now, shockingly, our drinks in the UK are actually just as big as the US ones for once.
I'll be honest though, I thought at cinemas, you don't get drinks like this. At least, I always just thought you just get the bottled version, so you get bottled versions of Coke. From what I know, other than when you get like slushies and stuff.
Cinemas, I think, are the only place in the UK where you can get a drink of this size. The thought of getting one of these from a fast food place in the UK is absolutely unheard of. Let's measure out the large in both countries to see if we're getting as much as we've been promised.
Wow, it's pretty close. What was it supposed to be, 44?
By my calculations, they've pretty much nailed bang on the 40-ounce line, so you're maybe not getting quite as much as you were promised. Admittedly, we did lose a little bit in transit and also a little splash just on the table there. So maybe you could round it up generously to like 41, 42, which honestly, even if it's slightly less than you're being promised, I think we can forgive them.
Certainly we can't fault James Cameron for this. Certainly we can't blame the Na'vi of Pandora.
We also have iced drinks, which are the iconic Tango Ice Blasts.
Yeah.
We have them in 3 sizes, a regular, a medium, and a large. Tango Ice Blasts are amazing. They have a bit of a cult following.
They're alright, yeah, people love them. They're decent. They're not that good though. I'll be honest, I've had better slushies that aren't these ones.
In the UK, I think, like cinema goers over here, really love these. You can get them usually in 2 flavors, which are red and blue. I don't know exactly what they're supposed to taste of. It's kind of just like tangy food coloring anyway. They're not supposed to look like this, as you can probably tell. These have just been sat out under the studio lights for a while. Here's what they're supposed to look like.
You can also get iced beverages at the US AMC, primarily in the form of an icy. And they come in 3 sizes normally, but not at the AMC we went to. They only had regular. It should be a small, 20 fluid ounce. The regular Avatar Way of the Water Navi colored drink here is a 32 fluid ounce. And of course, the large is a 44 fluid ounce. I think that's the exact same size as the soft drinks we just had. I would like to request, I don't know how hard this is gonna be, if Yuli and the rest of the post-production team can make it look like I'm in the underwater Avatar with like me just swimming with the Navi, right? Wee, I'm in the movie. How hard would that be? Can you make it 3D as well? That's pretty easy, right? Can you have that done by end of day Friday?
Oh, yeah.
When I'm swimming around with Jake Sully.
So the snacks
Here is
there.
everything you'll find at a UK Odeon cinema that you won't find.
You can get a whiskey and coke at the cinema. Bro, I'll be 100% honest. I didn't even know you could get alcohol at UK cinemas. I didn't know that at all.
In an AMC.
Here's everything at a US AMC you won't find at an Odeon.
We'll start with the classic, which is popcorn. In the UK, it comes in 2 flavors, as salted or sweet. You can also ask them to mix them together for you, salt and sweet.
Oh yeah, nachos, cheesy nachos. That's my girlfriend's favorite. She does love a cheesy nachos.
Excellent contrast. You won't find butter popcorn anywhere on the menu in the UK.
No.
The fact that you guys are putting melted butter on popcorn, extremely weird to us. Stop doing that.
In the US, our popcorn obviously comes plain or salted, but we also have butter popcorn. And yes, Harry, we like to put melted butter all over our popcorn. 2 things I want to know.
Never
One,
tried it.
it's almost always referred to as butter flavored topping. Presumably because they can't legally call it butter, or maybe there's just other junk in there and it isn't officially butter. In America, there's just some people who are so nuts about the butter. AMC now has something, I don't know if this is to go or you get this in the theater, where they give you, no joke, this thing of butter on the side to take into the theater with you. Because there's so much butter flavored topping drama in the US, AMC was like, here, just take this and go to
Look how much butter that is.
go do it yourself. Oh. Oh, look at that. You see that?
What
you see that?
the
Oh, yeah. I want you to pay attention. Now imagine I'm eating this in the dark. Oh, I like my butter so much.
Your hand's gonna be so greasy as well.
Oh, my hands.
Oh, fuck that.
This is like the messiest snack in the world. I never get butter in my popcorn. This is so gross.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it doesn't actually taste that much like butter. It has like a buttery flavor to it. Yeah, it's definitely flavored butter. That's not melted butter.
You can also get
Jesus.
sweets as a topping on your popcorn in the UK.
Crazy.
This comes in the form of Cadbury
Oh, yeah, I've never actually done this, but I've seen this. You can get, like, what? Smarties?
Dairy Milk Buttons,
What, M&Ms?
as Smarties, Kit Kats, and
These are not Smarties. These are not the Smarties he's on about. He's on about the chocolate Smarties. What the hell is this doing here? These are like love farts or whatever.
Rolos.
Speaking of popcorn, you can also get cheddar popcorn, which is, I don't know if this is
Cheddar
out of your theaters or really
popcorn?
popular in the UK at all, but it's popcorn that is tossed in like cheese dust. And also caramel corn, which is popcorn, you guessed
Yep,
it,
fair.
encased in caramel.
There's a range of hot food options at a UK Odeon cinema, including the following. Firstly, we have the iconic cinema hot dog. Now, obviously
Yeah.
you guys have hot dogs in America. However, it's an exclusive because ours is a pork sausage, while yours, I think, is beef. That looks
Damn.
real sad. Oh, no.
It is very mid,
Oh,
but
hot dog, yay!
you gotta do
That's a
it.
pretty good sized hot dog, right? Movie theater hot dogs for some reason are really good. You ever notice that? Movie theaters and ball games, that's where the hot dog's the absolute best.
Next up, we have 2 pizza options at UK Odeon cinemas. You can get a cheese pizza or a pepperoni pizza. I haven't even opened them and I'm losing
You can get pizza in UK cinemas. I didn't know this.
my mind because this is how they've been packaged and presented to us.
God.
What is that? I'm slightly at a loss for words. I might be giving them too much credit here. I think maybe if this were fresh out of the oven, which obviously this is not, it actually might be okay. But there's a reason why pizza boxes exist, for example. Maybe look into that in future. I'm just imagining any Italian viewers watching this and just crying.
I've never seen
There's
this
like
in my life.
flatbread pizzas. The AMC I went to did not currently have them because they went there right when they opened. They weren't ready yet. But you can get also a 4 cheese, a pepperoni, or a supreme flatbread pizza. You can also get yourself curly fries.
See, curly fries, that's actually class. That in the cinema is, I actually do rate that a lot because I do love curly fries. And in the cinema, I feel like that's just a very good thing to get.
Now we're talking. Curly fries, right? The Impossible Nuggets.
Impossible nuggets.
Oh, yes. For some reason, I picked the marinara. Let's do it. Who doesn't want to eat fake
some hard
deep-fried
nuggets.
meat and dip it in a red sauce in a pitch-dark theater? Nope. Oh, wow. Those are really bad. We have pretzel bites at our AMC. You
Pretzel
can get them
bites?
unsalted with cheese, salted with
yeah.
cheese, which I got, garlic parmesan with cheese, everything bagel with cheese, and cinnamon sugar with icing.
I'm here for this.
They don't taste bad, but they're really chewy. You're gonna want those right out of the oven or the microwave. You can also get a Bavarian Legend pretzel. The theater we went to did not have them at the time of filming this.
At a UK Odeon, you can get triple dip nachos, which are tortilla chips which come with guacamole, salsa, and I think a cheese sauce. This is how it came. What we have is
I've only ever seen the cheese sauce options, I'll be honest.
just a bag of plain tortilla chips and
Yeah.
a box labeled dips. We have the cheese sauce.
Okay, this is never how I've seen it. You just get, like, in the ones that I've had, you just get the Doritos or the nachos or whatever, and then you just get the cheese dip on the side.
We have some very vibrant guacamole, like someone blended up Shrek. We have some tomato salsa, jalapenos. I think this was
Is that jalapenos? They're not called jalapenos.
onion and
I don't know.
chive dip.
I could
maybe?
be wrong. There's a
I
lot
feel
of dips.
like I have to try and assemble these somehow. I want to do it in a way, but hopefully you guys can join me along for the ride because it could be interesting. I want to try and get some like layerage going on there, if possible. Oh god. Oh no, that's the. Okay, I thought that all came out as one brick, but there were actually two pots.
This
in
is
there.
not
Thank
usually
God.
how bad it
Go on.
looks. Jesus
There you
Christ.
go. Look at that. Queso. Okay, now we're gonna hit it with some salsa. Personally, I think this has gone sensationally well. This is nachos right here. Some
Oh.
people might say, Harry, do you want to heat these up? I'd say no. Doesn't need it. Perfect the way they are. Oh man, look at the colour on this.
Do you order nachos when you go to cinema?
No, my mum used to like the
I don't. It's always my girlfriend who gets these.
nachos. She's not dead. I haven't been to the cinema with her in a while. Yeah,
God, that's
Yeah?
sad.
they don't look terrible, right?
Looks quite sad.
Absolutely disgraceful. I don't know what's going on that island of yours, but your nachos, thumbs down. I would say pretty generous with the chips. Not bad, right? These are UK level nachos right here. I don't know who
Wait, what the hell are these? These aren't like tortillas.
is like, oh yeah, perfect.
Not
This
tortillas.
is exactly what I think nachos are.
Nachos.
Did they make a mistake? Am I looking at this right? They gave us a thing of marinara sauce. I'm
Heinz
assuming this
marinara
marinara was
sauce.
supposed to be salsa. Can you imagine? Because you just get this and go to the theater in the dark. And you're watching a movie. Oh man, this salsa sure isn't very chunky. Oh well. Man, I cannot wait to eat these nachos. Oh, I'm so worried about the tree of life, Avatar 2. Oh, no. Like, what the hell? It's so bad, it's like oddly alluring. Does that make sense?
That's how I feel with them as well in the UK.
This is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do everyone a favor and throw this out. Yuck.
Then we're onto the sides. We have a couple of side options in the UK that you won't find in the US. Unfortunately, one of them we couldn't find today, which are crisper fries, which are kind of like very thin slices of potato, which are fried. However, we could get our
Those.
hands on these chicken strips, which are actually pretty good.
You can get chicken strips, bro. I'm learning stuff about the UK cinemas. I go to the cinema quite a lot as well.
Technically also included on the sides menu are the dips. So that includes basically everything that you would normally find on the nachos, including the side of jalapenos, the salsa dip, the cheese, the guacamole, and this cream cheese, garlic and herb dip. We have one prepackaged popcorn option if you don't fancy the fresh stuff, which is this. Butterkissed toffee popcorn.
okay.
I think this is kind of more similar to what you guys might expect from like caramel corn in the US. It's basically popcorn, but with an actual coating of this kind of like sugary, syrupy stuff.
Now the AMC has a bunch of snack options that you won't find in the UK, starting with these known as lifestyle snacks. I'm assuming they're meant to be a little bit healthier.
Sweet and salty trail mix. Ugh.
Starting all the way down here, you have the Planters sweet and salty trail mix.
Does that mean like it's got sugar and salt, or is it just sweet and salty because of the if the sweet's from the raisins and the salt's from just the nuts? There's no additional salt to this, is there? Okay, I don't know.
Grass-fed beef jerky, courtesy of Country Archer. I don't know about this.
Got beef jerky in a cinema. I mean, I guess you're getting a lot of foods already, but beef jerky is quite stinky, isn't it?
Rhythm organic white cheddar cauliflower bites. No thanks. Home-free chocolate chip cookies. You got only 3 grams of sugar for the smart and sweet watermelon bites.
I do love watermelon candy, man. It is unreal.
Mango sweet and tangy super snacks.
I also like dried mango, so I'm up for this.
Dried mangoes. And
I love chocolate covered almonds too.
skinny dipped dark chocolate almonds.
In addition to the popcorn, we also have some sweets and chocolates, which I will go through now. Wine gums. Do you guys have wine gums in the US?
I love wine gums. I don't know if they're even popular here. I think they're relatively popular, but I just love them. I can't lie. They're my favourite gummy sweet.
I really like these. They're a bit of an old person sweet. I still don't know exactly why they're called wine gums because I don't think they have wine in them. On top of the gummies themselves, they will have like the name of a wine kind of stamped on, and they're different colours. The flavours change according to the colour. Red one's always the best, of course. A couple of Cadbury Dairy Milk options. We have some Cadbury Caramel
Can't go
Dairy Milk
wrong.
Nibbles, Dairy Milk Giant Buttons, Galaxy Minstrels. So in the UK, we have Dairy Milk, which is owned by Cadbury, and then the Mars Corporation has their own brand of milk chocolate, which is called Galaxy. And this is basically Galaxy chocolate with a hard shell on the outside. These honestly are really good. Cadbury Twirl Bites. It's Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, and it's kind of got this weird like swirled texture on the inside. So it lends itself to being quite like a flaky and almost like melt in your mouth chocolate bar. They're pretty good.
I do
Aero
love Twirl.
Peppermint Bubbles. It's got this weird like aerated texture in the middle, which is designed basically to melt in your mouth when you eat it. Milky Bar Buttons. I loved Milky Bar as a kid.
Not
It's
me.
basically white chocolate, which I used to love when I was younger. I think as my palate has kind of evolved as I've gotten older, I don't really tolerate white chocolate like I used to, but
No,
these are great.
I don't like white chocolate at all.
Bit of a nostalgia factor. And the last one we found today was Maltesers. I love a Malteser.
Classic.
I still don't fully understand what they are, to be honest. What is the middle bit? It's not honeycomb, but it's got like a crunchy, almost
Isn't it
honeycomb
malt?
texture. No, it's not a pre-packaged option, but it is a sweet option. We have pick and mix cups in the UK. Pick and mix
Yeah.
is like a really iconic British thing.
It's a British thing. I just thought it was common for anywhere, really.
It's basically this notion of you go into a sweet shop, or in this case, a cinema, and they'll have lots of different pots or tubs of individual candies. And you can go in with a scoop a few, put them in, and create your own mixture of them. So if there's one particular one that you love, you can just have a cup full of that. Or you can go for some variety, mix it up a little bit like we've done today. The issue is when you're layering it, you end up just going one layer of thing at a time. I haven't assembled this very well.
Couldn't get everything. Just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I thought looked pretty good. Also, I think some classics here. Milk Duds, Junior
Good.
Mints, the big box,
Junior Mints.
mini Snickers. Hey,
Hell yeah. Classic.
Skittles.
You get them here as
My
well.
teeth are already starting to hurt. Butterfingers unwrapped minis, and Sour Patch Kids. And also Airhead Extremes. This, of course, is just the tip of the iceberg. You can get so many candies at AMC. This many.
Oh,
You can also get a Ben & Jerry's milkshake. What they do is they let you
You can get Ben & Jerry's milkshake. I didn't know that. Damn.
choose 3 scoops of ice cream of your choosing, and then pretty much just blend them together to create a milkshake.
I need to try this, but I love a milkshake and I do love Ben & Jerry's. This has got to be sweet as hell, though.
Also in the US, we have ice cream you can't get in the UK. You can get yourself a Dibs Crunch, a Haagen-Dazs Bar Almond, a Nestle Toll House ice cream sandwich, and a Nestle's Drumstick.
The other soft drink exclusives are actually aimed more at children. We have some fruit shoots, which come either as this one, which is apple and blackcurrant, or as orange. It's just kind of like a bottle of squash, and for the Americans who might not know what squash is, does cordial help at all? You get like a concentrated juice and then dilute it with water to produce basically this. The main event as far as I'm concerned when it comes to drinks are these ones, which are the alcoholic options. You can get alcohol
I didn't know this until now.
at UK cinemas. We got a few of the things on offer today, and these include this recorder leg,
Very sweet cider. It's actually very nice,
strawberry
though.
and lime cider. We have a bottle of Heineken beer. We have some wine options.
Not beer,
Got a
man.
little bottle
or
of red
wine.
there. It's really cute. It's literally just like they've taken a full-size bottle of red and just squished it and scaled it down. You can also get white wine and I think rosé wine as well. Or if you're in a celebratory mood, you can get a little bottle of Prosecco. Then we have some pre-mixed cocktail options. Today we got a classic G&T and a Jack and Coke.
What about the beverages? In the US, we have so many beverages, starting with the Coke Freestyle, the Freestyle machine. You've seen it before. It has all of these flavors.
Coke
I wasn't getting one of
Freestyle.
each. You can also get a Gold Peak unsweetened iced tea, which they did not have, a Gold Peak sweet tea, which they also did not have, and Minute Maid orange juice, and Minute Maid apple juice, chocolate milk, Dasani water, Smart water,
You get smart water here as well. That's like the common water you get here.
and a Costa coffee. They also didn't have that. I could really go for some coffee. I've been told that it is interesting that we can get Costa coffee here. It is actually a British coffee chain.
Wait, what? Yeah, it's a but you get them in US cinemas.
But it was bought by Coca-Cola in 2019 for almost 4 billion pounds and has now begun expanding into the US.
Really? What the fuck?
A
I
large
thought
salted
Costa coffee was a
popcorn
bit
of the
shit.
UK Odeon contains the following: 863 calories, 48.37 grams of fat, of which 37.84 grams are saturated, 92.18
Oh, let's see the
grams
salt
of
and
carbs,
sugar.
of which 5.94 grams are sugars, and an unknown amount of sodium. Unfortunately, the website didn't have the sodium information. I did reach out via the live chat function, and the guy said they didn't know what had gone on. He was going to look into it for me, but I did not hear back.
A regular plain popcorn popped in
Jeez.
canola oil is 550 calories, 24 grams of fat, 2 grams of saturated fat, 74 carbs, 1,380 milligrams of sodium. The same size popcorn, but this time cooked in coconut oil, 540 calories, 24 grams of fat, 17 grams of saturated fat, 74 grams of carbs, and 1,380 milligrams of sodium. Now, there are no stats for the butter flavor topping, which is a bit concerning, but if you add butter and salt to pretzel bites, it adds 100 calories and 12 grams of fat, 7 grams of saturated fat, 300 milligrams of sodium. Adding that same amount of butter to this large Avatar Way of the Water popcorn, which is cooked in canola oil, you get 970 calories, 51 grams of fat,
970,
10 grams
damn.
of saturated fat, popcorn in my throat, 117 carbs, of which 1 gram is sugars, and 2,450 milligrams of sodium. Same exact size of popcorn, but this time cooked in coconut oil and the butter topping from before. That's 960 calories, 50 grams of total fat, 35 grams of saturated fat, 117 carbs, of which 1 gram of that is sugars, and the sodium, 2,450 milligrams.
So isn't that your daily allowance of sodium in just this? I think that is, right?
People of the internet, canola oil has slightly more calories, but way less saturated fat. Huzzah.
A large sweet popcorn in the UK contains the following: 1,790 calories,
Oh shit, that is a lot. And I've got a large one before, and I've had a large, because it'll be shared, right, between two. Now I probably would say I've had like over 1,100 of the calories, at least. Damn.
73.08 grams of fat, of which 55
And it's so unfilling as well.
grams are saturated, 253 grams of carbs, of which 84.04 grams are sugars, and again, an unknown amount of sodium.
Classic.
Mmm.
I don't really care what this calorie stuff. Caramel, okay, so 1,600. 2,000. Holy shit, bro. The pretzels, 1,900. We don't have anything comparable. And there we go. Well, yeah, cinema foods, to be fair,
Chips a tooth.
pretty comparable. Throughout this, I couldn't stop thinking about how this must have been the most expensive Food Wars episode yet. Yeah, 100%. Stupidly expensive art cinemas. Honestly, the best tactic is just hide a couple bags of sweets with you, get a drink, and yeah, you're good to go. Saves you probably a good 10, 20 pounds. No, more, to be honest. Like, for like one item here, for like popcorn, it'd be like £8. Crazy. It's so funny. I remember coming out of the cinema in London and getting on the tube with a large drink from Odeon, and quite a few people commented to me on how crazy big the drink was, which shows you how little we have large soda sizes. If that was the US, no one would have even blinked twice. I've never seen the large drinks here. I didn't even know you could get. I just thought you get the bottled versions, but I don't know. I guess I'm not experienced as much as I thought. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.